From the streets of Chicago to the headlines of the world, you are now tuned into the rhythm of real thought. This is the Daily Mix. 15 minutes of uncut perspective starts right now.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Daily Mix. I'm your host, Omari, JAHI. Hey, I want to apologize, you guys, for last week, man. We had a big storm that came through Chicago, man, Wednesday around 4 o'clock, man, and it knocked all our electricity out. Everybody's lights didn't go out, but mine's did. And I was out all the way through Saturday, early Saturday morning, they came on. And so we weren't able to post any shows, so I want to apologize for that. But lights are back on, and so we're black again. So we get into something a little different today. We're getting into I want to review a YouTube video that I saw over the weekend. It was pretty interesting. You know, it was about 9 to 10 black men that had came together on this podcast. I can't remember the young lady's name that was hosting, but and they were talking about relationships and children, marriage, dating, all kind of things. You know, they was having conversations about, and I just wanted to review it and chime and give my little 2 cents in on what they were talking about. So let's jump right in. We only got 14 minutes now, so let's check it out. Let's get started.
This question, anyone can jump in and answer this. In today's climate, we hear a lot about men's value only being based on what you can provide. What do you feel that women are missing when it comes to who you actually are? What you can do, not just what's in your hand or in your bank account. What do you believe that women are missing? This could be for the married fellas as well too. Because I work with a lot of married men and a lot of men must be having some problems. But I want you guys to answer that. What do you think the women are missing? Because you maybe want to see seen for more than what you can provide. What would that look like?
Well.
I guess I hold the microphone.
So I hate the conversation about men being providers.
Here's the reason why.
So many single women
say they want providers.
And I'm a Christian God-loving man.
And the question I ask
single women
who's
providing for you now?
While you're a single woman.
The conversation needs to be around. When a man and a woman gets together, right?
Are we connected to the source?
And now as a man, brings about resource.
Right, in the home. And so
when we talk about,
I want to provide.
I'm like,
who's providing for you
now?
Woman? And I think a lot of times
we can get into idolatry.
Where we see a man as a provider, but not realizing that the source,
he's the provider.
And when we do get into relationships,
a man is just a resource
from the source.
Okay.
So that whole conversation about
providing, just like,
can we reposition the thought process of
who's been providing for you
while you're single,
while you're a single mother? Who's waking you
up?
When you lose your job, who steps in to provide?
Now, when you find a man,
and
you guys choose
to come together,
not seeing him
as the source or the provider, but seeing that man as another resource
in your union.
Now, how does that work? Would you explain it now?
How's that work?
Mm-hmm.
How's that work?
Mm-hmm. Or have you explained that? You are just the resource through the source.
You about to take off running? No.
I think what it does is that it repositions their thought process.
Because it's like,
if you've been single for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years,
and you're
looking for a provider,
and not realizing that
somebody's been providing for you all these years.
So now when you
come to a man,
and you're looking for him
to be a provider,
and maybe he loses his
job,
or
as a businessman, things may be tight that
month. You feel like you want to run.
Like, wait
And it's like, wait a minute.
This man is
trusting the same provider that you should be trusting.
And when we come
Yes.
together,
it's now an element of a resource.
And I think sometimes we may put.
You know, I'm gonna stop you right there for a moment. You know, this guy, he's cooking with hot grease. I mean, I never thought about it like this. That, you know, the provider is the creator. He's our ultimate provider. And what he's saying makes a lot of sense. You know, before you get married, somebody's providing for you. You know, and the man is only a resource of that provider. He has that connection to that provider, and he's now connected to you. So that's the kind of the chain: the provider, God, man, then the woman. You know, and that's pretty interesting. You know, I agree with this brother 100% what he's saying, and it makes common sense. You know, even though common sense ain't that common anymore. But let's listen a little more.
The man
over the man.
Okay. So let's see what else they're saying here.
What are the women missing? I'll answer that by saying I think the women are missing an avenue for connection. And let me explain. So
first of all, let
me say that
that narrative
of men being providers is something that originated from men themselves. We have always
most times
when guys talk to each other, it's always, what do you do?
How much money do you make?
How much money do you make?
And we use that as a value system
to even categorize each other.
Now,
women have just basically followed. I'm not going to generalize, but this is my perception, my experience. Women have just generally followed those
tropes.
Tropes.
Oh, there we go.
Right? And so when I say that women are missing an opportunity for connection, what I'm saying is if you only define a man by what he's able to do, then you miss that opportunity to understand him.
Because men
are just not we're not a summation and a culmination of
our resources.
We're also a culmination of our convictions, our notions, values,
our propensity to do
bad things,
So we are really just beings that also embody different things that far supersedes just the ability to provide. And then furthermore, we're now in this era. We're in an era of what I would like to call gender convergence. Now, I'm only speaking to traditional heterosexual genders, right? And so what I mean by that is women are able to do the things that men used to do in the past,
those
traditional normative
roles. Like women are able to work. I saw a woman the other day, like literally operating a construction thing on the side of the road, and I was like, damn, I didn't know that women do that.
Right? Women are making money.
Women are making money. Women are able to
embody elements of clarity, structure, iteration. And men are doing the same thing. We're being more nurturing to our kids. We're connecting with our sons. We're connecting with our daughters. KD, I heard you talking about that, you needed a daughter. I think you said something along those lines, right, about a daughter. So what I'm trying to establish here is when you're in an era where women are able to do some of the things that men can do, and they're doing it well, and men are also able to do the things that women can do, and are doing it just as well, there has to be much more that brings us together and forms an avenue through which we can bond. And those things are
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. I'm gonna pause it. He said a lot. He said an awful lot, but to be honest with you, I don't really know what the hell he's saying. He said a whole lot. I mean, the guy that spoke before him, was a little bit more clear into what he was bringing. This guy, I don't know what he was saying. He seemed like an intelligent guy, but it kind of got away from me. So let's keep it moving.
Especially for guys who, providing comes easy. Okay, easy for us. That's what we do. It's easier for us to do than maybe our emotional intelligence. But I don't want it to look as though we're not doing anything just because we're not giving you that emotional thing that you need from us.
I hear that. Let me ask you the question then. If you don't want to be seen strictly for your bank account, but you're not capable or have the capacity to give the emotional part, then what else is there?
I don't just want to be seen for the bank account.
Okay.
So that's a distinction. I don't want you to miss, because sometimes it's like, well, that comes easy for you, so technically you really didn't do anything because that's easy for you. No. It may be easy for me, but if I didn't exist to do it for you, then somebody else would have had to do it, or you got to do it yourself. So no, I want to be appreciated for that. And I'm talking about the guys that have been sole providers of their home for, decades. And sometimes just because we make it look easy, they think that, you ain't got to really be appreciative and do all the things. But no, I want the things done too. I want you to be like, because honestly, if somebody else brought you this kind of gift, you would have been so appreciative. But for us, many of us, I'm not looking at nobody. I'm just saying, many of us, that's the life and the struggle that we deal with. Well, so money, I don't just need money, but you're getting money. Don't act like you're not getting it. You're getting it. And so let's be grateful.
Well, guys, I apologize for my internet. It seems to be acting up on me. I got to get a stronger internet. I got to figure out how to do that. Fiber optics is the best, but they don't seem to be providing that in the community that I live in, which is in West Inglewood. So you can kind of see I'm having some challenges trying to do something professional on this little flimsy Wi-Fi that we have. But nevertheless, I hear what he's saying as far as being a provider. Now keep in mind too that all of these guys in this room are millionaires. They make big money. I mean, some of them are single, some of them are married. But like he was saying, it's easy if you're a billionaire, if you're a millionaire, it's easy for you to provide for somebody, because you got the money. And I think what she was asking him was, well, if you don't want to be seen just as for what you're providing, and you don't have the emotional thing that women are looking for, this new thing that they're throwing, the emotional intelligence. If you can't provide that, then what are you going to be known for? And he had to correct her by saying, it's not that I don't want to be known for what I provide. I do want her to recognize that I am a good provider, but I don't want that to be the only thing. But he never got into what else he wanted to be known for, as a provider. We got one more minute, I got one more video I want to check out. Here we go.
My father was a traditional provider. Yeah. And I've learned everything I know from watching him. And what I found is I would not be the man I am today without even seeing elements of what he did.
Truth, yes.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
I wouldn't know how to manage things. I wouldn't know how to be resourceful. But I'm also a product of a deficit of that emotional side too as well. What I mean by that is, see, our kids right now, the kids, the Gen Zs and the Gen Xs and the well, not Gen Xs, but the lower generation, they need more, because our society is literally transforming into a society where everything else is covered. The provision is covered to a certain degree. And the reasons for that is women are able to provide too as well. Women are doing that as well.
Okay, guys, I apologize for my internet, but I'm gonna have to work on making it better, you know. But our time is up, guys. I'm gonna see if I can fix this thing so it could flow a little better, and we'll be white black tomorrow. I'm your host, Omari JAHI, and this has been the Daily Mix. Till tomorrow, peace. I'm out.
Take care of your mind, take care of your health, and we'll be back in the mix tomorrow at 12 noon. Till then, peace out.